Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from jazzledazzlecraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I work in Central Scotland. Come on today to make the final two cards for April 2020's kit, my selected kit. So I have sent everybody the link to the video for two projects, but these two projects are the ones that I'm just going to film just now for you. Now I am aware that you don't have written instructions yet for these, so please, if you want written instructions, let me know. If you're happy with pictures and video tutorial, that's good, but equally if you do want written instructions, I can do that for you. Just been a wee bit out of sorts with all that's going, same as everybody else. I'm having good days and bad days, and sometimes not getting done everything that I planned, but I'm there. I'll get there. So anyway, let's start off with this white one. Well, nearly almost white project. I'm just putting aside what I had. Oh yeah, sorry, I had things out and then I lose them, but that's, you're used to that with me. Okay, so the stamp, I'm putting the stamp, I've chosen from the stamp set, which I'm sure you'll be quite thrilled with now that you've got it, is I've chosen the "You're Amazing" stamp just to put on this, because you don't always have to be saying thank you. Sometimes it's just somebody needs a wee pick up or something. So, you know, "You're amazing" is quite a nice wee sentiment to put on a card. And I made this card extremely simple. And especially in that I've done the embossing for you. So this is the embossing folder that goes with the Ornate Garden Suite. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can purchase that in my online shop if if you want to, or if you're one of the demonstrator ladies who bought the kit, then obviously you can buy that from yourself. So that's that. So I think I gave you a full, I embossed for you since the embossing folder wasn't included in the kit. So then from the piece of embossed card, I just cut a 3mm strip. And I'm just going to take an old bit of sponge here and the mint macaron I used. Obviously, you're not tied to use the same colours as I did. I just had those colours out on my desk when I was designing because these colours are in the suite. So just take a wee sponge and not heavily, just dab the worst off onto your whatever your work surface is. Even a little bit of copy paper, and just in circular motions. Whoops, not leaning too hard like I did there. Just adding a hint of colour here. Do you know, not huge. So never go straight from the ink pad to your paper. And then just remember, you can add more colour, but you can't take it away. So just gentle sponging, and I find that this really works well with a lot of embossing folders, and it just brings the pattern up a bit, as I say. There you go, that's that bit. I'll need the ink for my stamp, but what I like to do is get this on first, because I don't totally measure everything. It's just going on to one of the white card blanks that I have put in for you. I hope you're all enjoying the kits, and do let me know, things that would improve it. Let me know what would enhance this experience for you. I am thinking about future kits being like product, like the paper and maybe the embossing folder and things like that included, and then the stamp set and dies or punches being optional, so that if you already have them but you would like the kit, you could still buy into that if you wanted to. Just canvassing your thoughts on that, really. I would appreciate you messaging me and letting me know your thoughts. So I'm just inking up You're Amazing. Obviously you can put what you want. And there you go, you've got a very stylish note card that you could, you know, write a personal message to someone and get that popped in the post to them. So that really will just take you minutes, and then you know, with your own stash you could replicate that loads of times. Again, you could use any embossing folder that you already have and just go for it. So that's project 1. Then project 2, I have prepped this just to show you, because you've got, if you bought the dies, I haven't done the die cutting for you because I thought you maybe don't want to always follow exactly my instructions. You obviously want to make things your own. So what I did was, on the card blank, where's my dies? Oops. Excuse me till I put the noise off my phone. That was actually one of you messaging me while I was one of you ladies that bought the kit, this kit, that was messaging me there, that made my phone ding. So it's this die, the one with the wee flowers in, and what I did was I always use a bit of washi tape, and I just put that on the edge there. And if you look, these lines here, and if you can look, see where that's still joined up, that's where your cutting line is, because that is going off the edge of your card. Practice with these, I would suggest, on some scrap card first. So I put that near the edge, taped it down, put it through my Big Shot, and voila, that's what I've got. That's lifting a wee bit. I think it's because I've had this hanging about waiting for me to film for a wee while, but we'll just go with it. Obviously yours won't be lifting when you do it, and your desk is probably not as messy as mine. Mine is a disgrace sometimes, so things get moved from pillar to post. I'm going to put the mint macaron ink away because it's not used in this card. So this is really just, I've got a 3cm strip of the gold glimmer paper. Now a wee heads up, ladies, if you like the glimmer paper, none of that is carrying over to the new catalogue. So if you want to own some glimmer paper, get some ordered now. I know that the rose coloured one has been quite seriously reduced, but have a wee look yourself. And what I did was I cut a 5 centimetre strip of the designer series paper. Obviously you don't have to use the one I've chosen, you've got a quarter of a pack there to work with. But if I've cut the 5, well, you can see it's there, I think. Oh, I've got everything up the wrong way here. There you go. The 5 centimetre strip, the same length as my card, and then I've cut this at 1.5 centimetres, and then I'm going to stick that side that way just to show both papers. I just thought that was quite pretty. So I've got all these 3 strips, so that's 3 centimetre, 1.5 centimetre and 3.5 centimetres, so that they're just glued down with the wet glue. So the glimmer paper one goes on the inside of the card. Now what you could do is cut a piece of Whisper White. I've obviously cut this too long, but I'll cut it down just now. It's better for it to be slightly long because I want it edge to edge. So stick that down. I'm hoping you can see. I'm going to stand up to see if you can see. No, it's right, I'll try and stay in the middle there. I can't see what I'm filming, it's really hard. That's why I tend to, when I'm doing YouTubes, I do lives, because that way on my laptop, on my iPad, I can see what I'm filming. Now, where are my scissors? Here we go. So again, just trim that off. Just use the line of your card. Glimmer paper is slightly thicker, so it does take a bit of cutting through. And then I'm just going to put these. So I want, luckily I do have a dirty mark on this card, but luckily that's going to, so I'm going to stick this one down first. The paper's going to hide it, I don't know. I cut this ready, I was going to film this the other day for you, and then I don't know what happened. You get caught up with other things and family things, and well, as I say to everybody, family comes first. So I'm afraid they won. And then just this one. It's really pretty, this paper. I'm really loving it, and I'm so glad that they've released it early so that everyone can have a share. Have some of it, sorry. When the annual catalogue goes live in June, you'll be a step ahead because you'll already have some of this one. I'm not too happy with the fact that with that, but it is what it is. I could pop that under a book and it'll straighten. It's just because I've been moving it around instead of getting on with filming. As you can see, this one that I made the first time, that's absolutely fine. I'll just set that under a heavy book and it'll be fine. So now we just need to make the sentiment. So I'm just going to stamp onto a scrap piece of card. Well, I've used crushed curry because it's similar, but in actual fact, this new colour in this designer series paper is called Bumblebee, and it's one of the new colours that's coming in with the annual catalogue, so you are getting a wee preview of it here. Now to be cleaned, and need to clean my blocks, they're all covered in glue. Actually, what I'll show you is, when you're putting these, if you try to put these on the blocks, it's too easy. You could stretch it and put it all out of shape. So pop it upside down and let it relax. And then use the lines of your grid paper. This grid paper is available for you to buy in the annual catalogue. I find it so helpful on my desk and table, whatever I'm working on. If I'm working at the kitchen table, I'll take it through there. Protects everything around you, and it's so handy for measuring and lining up. Worth adding on to, and there's loads of sheets in it. Worth adding on to an order anytime. So anyway, so just what did I do there? Something's not right. I've been doing ink blending, so I don't know if I've contaminated my pad. It might be that, but I'll try washing and drying. I cleaned the stamp, we'll try that again. Let's see what happened. That's a bit although it might be something that you quite like, the blended colours, but it may even have been a dirty stamp. I've maybe not wiped that properly. Usually while I'm stamping, put them all in a box and then I take them to the kitchen sink and clean them all when I'm done. But let's see if this is any better. Only when you're filming does these things happen. There you go. I had obviously not cleaned the stamp properly. So let's put this one in the box for cleaning now. Not have that happen again. Right. And then I stamped it, and then I just used my wee trimmer. If you didn't take the opportunity to get this wee trimmer, it isn't available at the moment, but I'm sure there are other brands. The big trimmer works just as well. I just use this because it's handy. I had hoped that this would be in the new catalogue for customers, but it doesn't look like it is. However, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I'm going to try. We do have a new cutting and cut and emboss machine coming, and it comes in normal size and in a mini size, which will be handy on our desks. So if you are thinking of buying a new one, hold out until you see our new one. Now I'm not sure just exactly when it's going to be available, but just because of COVID etc, some things are going to be delayed for a few weeks. Basically, just use my trimmer. I didn't measure this, and I dabbed the edge into my stamp pad. I do this quite a lot, just gives it a bit of definition without the weight or the bulk. Oops. And then some dimensionals. Bring our card in. Jumping about in my seat here. So we're nearly done. Obviously you don't have to use the same sentiment, So I'm hoping you're liking the kit, and I hope you like the stamp set and the border dies that I chose for this month's kit. You know, if you've got any special requests for any future kits, just please let me know, and please let me know how I can improve things for you. Thank you very much. I totally really appreciate your custom, and I totally appreciate your support and for your patience in that I didn't get your written instructions in this time. So there you have it. The other two projects from the kit. You should already have access to in fact the public have got access to the other video with the other two cards in, but I'm keeping this. I'm going to start and not list publicly the videos that are for my kits, and therefore you are getting an exclusive tutorial with your kit. So anyway, thank you very much for putting up with me, and I look forward to hear how you get on. And if you're not already in my Jazzle Dazzle Friends craft group on Facebook, please let me know, and we'll get you invited to join that, and then you can share what you've been making with the kit. I'm quite happy if you've made some things that are completely off-piste. I'd love to see what you do with all the rest of the bits and pieces that you will be left over with once you've done these cards. You should have a fair bit of bits and bobs there. Obviously, I've not even used any of the embellishments, the ribbons on these ones. I have on the other two projects. Anyway, thank you so much. See you all soon. Bye-bye.